Good morning, sir. Good morning, classmates. I Zifrey Novella, together with my group mates, will discuss the topic about TPAC, or Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge. In this lesson, there are four meta language that you need to remember. These are the TPAC, Content Knowledge or CK, TK or Technological Knowledge, PK or Pedagogical Knowledge. So, TPAC. TPAC is a framework that combines the teacher's three knowledge areas such as technological knowledge, content knowledge, and pedagogical knowledge. Second is the content knowledge or CK. It refers to the facts, concepts, theories, and principles that are taught and learned in a specific academic courses. Third is the technological knowledge or TK. This describes the teacher's knowledge and ability to use various technologies, technological tools, and associated resources. And last is the pedagogical knowledge or PK. This describes the teacher's knowledge of processes, and methods regarding teaching and learning. So what is TPAC? TPAC is a useful framework for researchers working to explain the convergence of learning and teaching technologies. So technically, it is TPAC. It is the ability of an instructor or teacher to combine their content knowledge with adequate knowledge of the best pedagogies for teaching and best technologies to support their teaching. And those acronym is brought to us by Mishra and Feiler. So they are the one who made these acronyms. TPAC, PK, CK, TK, and PK. TPAC has what we call three knowledge root. These are the technological knowledge or TK, content knowledge or CK, and pedagogical knowledge or PK. Technological knowledge or TK. By the word itself, it is the knowledge of the instructor on technology. Content knowledge or CK. It is the knowledge of the teacher or instructor about the subject matter. Next is the pedagogical knowledge or PK. It is the awareness of the teacher of the various teaching strategies and how he will effectively use it. This three knowledge root is very essential in teaching because if we are properly equipped with each knowledge as a future teacher or as a future education, we can have a successful transferring of new knowledge to our student in the near future. So, it is very important. Then, this three knowledge root has three sub-content or three combinations. First is the PCK or pedagogical content knowledge. It is the combination of teacher's knowledge about the pedagogical knowledge and content knowledge. Next is the technological content knowledge or TCK, a combination of a teacher's technological knowledge and content knowledge. Last is the technological pedagogical knowledge or TPK. It is a combination of a technological knowledge and the pedagogical knowledge of a teacher or an instructor. TPAC is the use of technology in teaching. And the TPAC framework was to propose to emphasize the needs to situate technology knowledge within the content and pedagogical knowledge. TPAC considers teacher expertise as a dynamic and multi-phase. Critical technocentric approaches focuses on the achievement of technical competencies, separate from pedagogy and content. As what we can see in the figure, the core is the TPAC. So, at the center is the TPAC. Then, the next is the three core knowledge that are written in the three circle, which are the TK or technological knowledge. The next is the PK or pedagogical knowledge. Then last is the CK or the content knowledge. Then, the combination between TK and PK, which is called TPK, or Technological Pedagogical Knowledge. Then, the combination of PK and CK, the combination of Pedagogical Knowledge and Content Knowledge, which is PCK, or Pedagogical Content Knowledge. Then last is the combination of CK and TK, Content Knowledge and Technological Knowledge, which is called TCK, or Technological Content Knowledge. Those acronym and its meaning will be discussed by my group mates.
Good day everyone, my name is JV Kurol Tumabang and our topic for today is all about Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge or TPAC by Matthew J. Kohler, Michigan State University and Punya Mishra, Michigan State University. So, Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge or TPAC is a framework for teacher knowledge for technology integration. Teachers must create TPAC in order to teach effectively with technology. The paper often opens with a quick overview of teaching's complicated and ill-structured nature. The nature of technologies, both analog and digital, is discussed, as well as how incorporating technology into pedagogy complicates teaching even more. The TPAC framework is explained in detail as a complicated relationship between three sources of knowledge, which is the content, pedagogy, and technology. The interaction of these bodies of information, both theoretically and practically, results in the sorts of flexible knowledge required to successfully integrate technology into education. So, there are 7 parts under Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge or TPAC. The first one is Technology Knowledge or TK. Technology Knowledge or TK, this refers to a teacher's understanding of and ability to use a variety of technologies, technical tools, and related resources. Understanding EdTech, analyzing its potential for a certain topic area or classroom. Learning to recognize when it will help or hinder learning. And always learning and adapting new technological offers are all part of TK. An example of how to incorporate TK framework in classroom. So first step is to understand your primary forms of knowledge in the context of this lesson. For example, what digital tools are available to you? Which do you know well enough to use? And which would be most appropriate for the lesson at hand? For this lesson, students will need to label a diagram and present. So the ability to fill in blanks with an answer key, find images from the internet, create slides, etc. are important. The second one is content knowledge or CK. This refers to the topic area knowledge of the professors. Knowledge about concepts, theories, facts, and organizational frameworks within a subject matter may be included in CK, as well as best practices and established uniques to communicating these information to students in the field. CK varies by field and grade level. For example, middle school science and history classes requires less detail and scope than college or graduate courses. Therefore, the CK of their various instructors may differ, as well as the CK that each class conveys to its pupils. An example of how to incorporate CK framework in classroom. So first step is understand your primary forms of knowledge in the context of this lesson. For example, what are you teaching and what is your own knowledge of the subject? For this lesson, you'll need a solid understanding of cell anatomy and processes. So that would be all. Thank you for watching, and the other 5 parts will be reported by my group mates.
Good morning, everyone. My name is John Michael Mondreal, and this morning I'm going to discuss about pedagogical knowledge, or PK. So, pedagogical knowledge is awareness of teaching strategies and processes such as classroom management, assessment, creation of lesson plan, and learning of the student. As general type of information, PK covers educational objectives, principles, and goals, and can extend to more specific fields, including recognizing student learning style, lesson planning, and assessment. So, in addition, pedagogical knowledge, it's a knowledge about teaching and understanding of how particular topics, problems, or issues are organized, presented, and adapted to the diverse interests and abilities of learners. And it is the way of representing and formulating the subject that makes it more understandable or comprehensible to others. So, overall, pedagogical knowledge refers to the specialized knowledge of teachers for creating effective teaching and learning environments for all students. The pedagogical content knowledge, or PCK. This defines the awareness of teachers about the essential areas of teaching and learning, including the creation of curricula, student evaluation, and reporting performances. The pedagogical content knowledge focuses on encouraging learning and exploring the ties between pedagogy and its supporting activities, curriculum, assessment, and etc. And it's similar to CK, or the content knowledge, and may also differ depending on the grade level and subject matter. So, the difference between content knowledge and PCK is that content knowledge is merely knowing the necessary standards that are required to be taught, while pedagogical content knowledge includes information about typical difficulties that a student encounters as they attempt to learn about a set of topics. Typical path students must traverse in order to achieve understanding, and sets of potential strategies for helping students overcome the difficulties that they encounter. So, when teachers do not know the pedagogical content knowledge, they will rely heavily in the textbook and fail to individualize and differentiate their lesson, as they do not have deep understanding of the subject matter. So, a good teacher and a expert teacher has both pedagogical content knowledge as well as content knowledge. Technological content knowledge, or TCK. It is a knowledge of how technology can create new representation for a specific content. Technological content knowledge requires an awareness of how the subject can be conveyed through different educational technology offerings, and considering which specific educational technology tools might be best suited for particular subject matters or classroom. And in addition, the
technological content knowledge is just the effectiveness of the delivery of the lesson with, technology integration. Like example is psychology majors using SPSS for their psychological statistics. SPSS is a tool or a software that is used to perform quantitative analysis. It is used for data analysis and data interpretation that will help the will help the psychology student to finish their research. That's all. So thank you for listening, guys. For the next topic, which is the technological pedagogical knowledge, or TPK, and technological pedagogical content knowledge, or TPCK, will be discussed by Mr. or Sir Jarek David.
So hello everyone, my name is Jerry Conteveros David, the last reporter. My report for today is all about technological pedagogical knowledge, or TPK, or knowledge of virus that can be used in teaching and learning experience. Other dimension of TPK relates to understanding how to apply these resources alongside pedagogy in ways relevant in the discipline in the creation of the lesson at hand. Another term, knowledge of technology, a technological pedagogical content develops from interactions between contents. Pedagogy and technology knowledge, or TPAC, which enables really meaningfully and deeply skills teaching use technology. Its defined difference from understanding of any of the three ideas individually. TPAC is from emergent knowledge that encompasses that all these are core components, contents, pedagogy, and knowledge. Knowledge is technological pedagogy. Contents develops from interactions between contents. Pedagogy and technology knowledge, or TPAC, which underpins really meaningfully and deeply skills teaching using technology. It is distinct from understanding of any of the three ideas separately. It refers to the teachers of an ability to use a variety of technology, technical tools, and related resources. Understanding technology and education, analyzing its potential for a system, or a certain topics that are in a classroom learning, to recognize where it will help or impair learnings, and always learning and adaptation to exchanging technologies offers for all parts of TPK. There are three subdomains in technological pedagogical knowledge has three subdomains. The first is technological knowledge. Technological knowledge refers to understanding and the capacity to use a variety of technological tools, and related resources. In every situation, however, TPK is aimed to improve teaching methods by strengthening the links between materials and technological employs to convey it. Second is content knowledge. Content knowledge, the body of technology or knowledge, facts, theories, concepts, and ideas and language that instructor must have masters in order to effective is refers to as content knowledge. Teachers should have a thoughts and understanding of the subject they teach, and the curriculum goes with the subject content knowledge. And the third is pedagogical knowledge. Teacher specialized knowledge for building effective teaching and learning settings for all students as refers to as pedagogical knowledge. For example, many students tend to have personal thoughts about math problem. a math teacher with instructor pedagogical knowledge, content knowledge would have each of these prior and show why each one is inaccurate. In other terms, the ability of a teacher to instruct pupils and manage their classrooms is referred to as pedagogical ability. Teachers studies the topic, get to know their students, engage with parents, collaborate the colleagues, and develop their own set of pairs and consist rules. And lastly, pedagogical knowledge explains how effective teachers engage students and every intellectual challenges and tasks in their classes and gives an overview. So let's proceed to number 7, which is technological pedagogical content knowledge or TPAC. The TPAC is also known as technological pedagogical content knowledge frameworks defines that the types of knowledge that instructors needs to successfully integrate technology into their classroom. Pedagogy and materials one is particularly how various fields of technology interact and influence one another. In distinct and specialized contexts, this shows that technology has impact on not only what we teach but also we educate in early 2000. This concept was popular and we were working on a version of it. There, there are 7 components of TPAC. The first is the technological knowledge. The second is content knowledge. The third is pedagogical knowledge. The fourth is pedagogical content knowledge. The fifth is technological content knowledge. The sixth is technological pedagogical knowledge. And the seventh is technological pedagogical content knowledge. Technological pedagogical content knowledge, or in short TPAC, this study of learning where involved technological pedagogical content is a must useful. Teachers must group the TPAC in order to create an effective learning environment that is more fun, engaging, allowing to express their creativity, innovation, and stimulated. And lastly, technological pedagogical content knowledge is described the teacher's understanding of how particular technologies can change both the teaching and learning experience by introducing new pedagogical affordance and constructed. And that's all. Thank you. Have a day po.